All right. Okay. Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks again for being here. This is the Senior Estate Concierge. Thank you for, we would normally be at Belmont Village, but the weather kind of derailed that. But thank you, Kim, thank you up front for hosting that, what we would have been there. And it's a great place to meet. Somebody just dropped off. Anyway, this is the Senior Estate Concierge. For those that are new and not real familiar with it, what we are basically is an all-in-one stop shop for all different types of senior services. We are a trusted provider of different types of services, and I say trusted because we are a membership and all members are vetted and background checked to be sure that we're all on the same mission and that we can be trusted. We are not a traditional networking group. We are a resource, solutions, and education organization. Really here to serve seniors and families as they go through life difficulties of getting older. And a lot of times, I think most people on here may have been in a situation, but a lot of times people don't prepare well. So it becomes a reactive situation. And all of a sudden they're looking for all these different types of services. And there's a lot of information out there on the website, and there's a lot of information, different resources you can go to, but how do you know who to trust? So when you need something quickly and that you don't have to do a lot of research, most folks are working adults and busy, they don't have time to research and vet service providers. That's what we're here to do for them. So it is resources, education, and solutions. And together as one big team, we can provide pretty much all those resources and solutions that somebody will need. So my name is Bill Graff. I didn't introduce myself, but my name is Bill Graff, and I am a real estate agent broker with CB&A Realtors and with the Graff Donaldson Realty Group team. The whole idea of the Senior Estate Concierge came up from my real estate business a few years ago. I was helping a family and they needed these different services as we were going through the real estate transaction. And that's when one of my clients said, is there just one place we can call and get these services that we need? We don't have the time to research and we're all working. We need at the time they needed to move mom and dad into assisted living. So they need someone to help them with assisted living locations and facilities. They needed movers, they needed downsizers, they needed legal help to get all their legal documents. They needed financial help. They needed all these different types of things. And so at the time I didn't have that, but started this 3 years ago with nine companies, 9 people, and it's just grown because obviously there's a demand. So I'm really glad that everybody's here today and that y'all are safe. And so that's a little bit about the Senior Estate Concierge. We can ask questions if you have any questions later on. So with that, let's go around and do introductions and try to keep it to about a minute if you can, since we got about 25 people, and then we will have Kim Ward with the Belmont Village do a presentation, 15, 20 minutes, or however long you need. And then after that, we'll have some announcements and talk about some needs and other services that people may need, maybe some testimonials, some good stories. Okay?
Thank you, Bill.
With that, I'll let you take over, Marion, and call out who you want.
Well, I'll start. My name is Marion LaSalle. I am the marketing director for the Senior Estate Concierge, and I absolutely love it. I love helping seniors. I love meeting you all and finding out all the interesting things that you have that you can support, not just the seniors, but the families. Every day we get calls now to the Senior Estate Concierge, and they're looking for help and they need help right now. So I answer the calls, and Bill and I talk about where the best person is for that family. And I want that to continue. I want it to grow, grow, grow. So let's get out there. Now, how do we do that? We're going to do videos, and we're going to interview you, and we're going to let you write posts. If you go to our Facebook, you're going to see that we have tips that you can provide. You tell us what the tips are. Just email it to us, and we put it up. Every week we have tips for seniors and their families, and it comes from you. We give you the credit. So please feel free to submit those. And you can do a bunch at a time or one a week, whatever you'd like, and we'll get them out there. The interviews are wonderful. We can interview you about what it is that you want to share. And that is really powerful. Those go on LinkedIn. We have a really powerful LinkedIn. We have YouTube, Facebook. We have a group. We have Twitter. There's a lot of different ways that people can see and hear about your opportunities to help seniors. So if you have any questions or you need something, or you just want some ideas on how we can get the word out about you, you contact us, okay? Bill and I are excited about this, and we want you to participate, all right? So if you have any questions, let us know. I will put my contact information in a few minutes. Next, we're going to go to Randy. Randy is from Twilight Wish. Hi, Randy.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I'm Randy Duretz. I'm here in Ocala, Florida. I'll make it short. That's tough for me. All right. I'm the National Director of Chapters, Ambassadors, and Volunteers at Twilight Wish. We help grant wishes and dreams for our senior 65 plus population. Just check our website out. It will tell you everything and anything. There's a criteria. If they're living in a nursing home, don't worry about it. But anybody outside, there's a criteria we have to follow. Anywhere from hearing aids, lift chairs, simple wish dreams. You know, veterans, we love to help the veterans, and Peter can tell you more about that because he did a #1 veterans wish prior to him getting started as our wonderful executive director. And I'll end with, here at Twilight Wish, we like making our world a nicer place to age, one Twilight Wish at a time.
Oh, thank you, Randy. Okay, Joel, it is your turn. Joel Berry.
Okay, good morning. I'm Joel Berry. I'm an independent insurance broker. I specialize in life and long-term care insurance. Because I'm independent, I work with numerous companies, like 4 companies for long-term care, about 10, maybe 12 for life insurance. There are some life insurance companies that specialize in products that are, particular for seniors, final expense policies and such. There's also a product that I have. It's a short-term home health care policy for people who either cannot afford or cannot qualify for a comprehensive long-term care product. And in addition to that, I have heart attack, stroke, and cancer policies, which I think are also very relevant. They're very simple. If you're diagnosed with one of those 3 conditions, you get a check. It's that simple. And that is pretty much what I do. I'm Joel Berry, independent broker.
Thank you, Joel. Barbara, you're next.
Hi, my name is Barbara Vogue. My company is called Keeping Your Parents Safe. I'm a registered nurse and a board certified patient advocate. So when Bill was describing the mission of this group, that's pretty much what you pretty much described what I do. As a care manager, I help sort out everything that people need to know when caring for their parents or loved one and connect them to those trusted resources, like forming a team. I'm like the general contractor of healthcare management. So like helping them to navigate through the complicated healthcare system and flattening that learning curve so the solutions come quickly and efficiently, saving time and money. And I'm able to do a lot virtually over the phone. A lot of times it's a matter of just knowing who to call or what to say. And because I'm a nurse, I can get to the heart of the issue, which a lot of the times is a medical issue that needs to be taken care of, or medication organization, visits to doctor's offices, a whole gamut of things that I can do to take the pressure off of loved ones.
Thank you,
So that's it.
Barbara.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Thank you.
Now, Randy and Joel and Barbara, please go ahead and put your information into the chat so that people can, get your information because they'll be able to save the chat. Okay, Clara, we're going to call on you next. Welcome.
Hi everyone, my name is Clara Orlean. I'm the owner of a company called Claritech. We keep older adults safe, connected, and independent through the use of technology. And so some services that we offer are we give workshops on technology in retirement communities, provide move in or move out tech help. We'll do one-on-one technology support for any older adults that need help in their home or their retirement community. And we also are starting a tech concierge service, which is like a help desk in the retirement community. So excited to be here today, and thank you guys for letting me join.
Oh, thank you, Clara. We love you. We're so excited to have you here. Everybody here. It's just like, yay.
Yay.
Yes.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks, y'all.
Especially Heidi, right? Okay, Suzanne, you are up.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Suzanne Coates. I'm with Mobility Plus in Sugar Land. Do have a showroom with, actually it's busting at the seams right now, so I need people to come buy stuff. Now, I've got scooters, power wheelchairs, manual wheelchairs, rollators, walkers, have added some bath products, shower seats, that sort of thing, toilet aids, other life aids, safety, fall prevention products. And like I said, we do have a showroom in Sugar Land so people can come out and see the products, try them out. We also have lift chair recliners and do ramps and other vehicle lifts, that sort of thing. So just mobility is, that's our goal, is to keep people mobile and go where they want to go. And I just want to mention, I am going to have to drop off the call about 20 minutes early, as I've got to get to another appointment. So.
Okay, thank you, Suzanne.
Thank you.
I've been to her shop. It's beautiful. Heidi, you are up.
Sorry. Good morning. My name is Heidi Russell. I own a company called Caring Transitions, and we do kind of a whole realm of things as well. We go in, we help the seniors, we help them to declutter if they're trying to downsize or to age in place, whether they're going to the Belmont or someplace or just trying to stay in their own home. We want to make it safe for them. We can also help them liquidate. We do estate sales. We also have an auction house. So some of these newer neighborhoods are such on lockdown, they don't allow people to come in and do the sales like that. So we can do it through an online auction, which goes out nationwide. We help them pack, we move them, and we unpack them down to there's nothing in their house or their apartment. We hang the curtains, we put their pictures up, we make their beds. So when we leave, everything is completely done and they can move on with the next chapter of their life. We try to mirror everything as much as we can. So they got their coffee pot to the left of their stove in their other house. It's going to be in that same spot in their new apartment. So we help them all the way through. All consultations are free and all of our services are a la carte. So whatever we can do to help, we will do it. Heidi Russell, Caring Transitions. Thank you.
Thank you, Heidi. That's wonderful. Okay, good morning, Janet. Guess what? It's your turn.
Finding that unmute button sometimes is
That's the hardest part of this whole deal, huh? Mute, unmute.
sorry, I need to write down something. Okay, here we go. Okay. My name is Janet Scudder, and I have an office in Richmond, Texas. What I do is help people who are planning for their retirement using strategies that maximize return and savings and minimize taxes and risk, find their path that will support their retirement lifestyle and goals. One of the biggest challenges, at least right now, is how much is Uncle Sam going to take of what income you have to support your lifestyle? So if you can maximize your income and minimize your taxes, you're doing very well. And I can help with that. That's it.
Thank you, Janet. Janet is a brand new member. Welcome, Janet.
Thank you.
Okay, Jim Galpin.
Morning, everybody. Jim Galpin with Watley Financial Advisors. We're a franchise of Ameriprise. I too have an office in Richmond. I also have one in Sugar Land. Really, where I touch base with Senior State Concierge one, you guys are great resources for my clients because they come in with different needs, and it allows me to be a great resource for them. The other thing that I get involved in, though, is elder care planning. When kids all of a sudden have to take care of their mom and dad's finances, or all of a sudden have to take care of mom and dad, sometimes it's a little overwhelming. And so I can help them put together a plan that's conscious of their taxes, their investments, other things that they need so that they can get you guys paid and get the services that they need. Jim Galpin, Certified Financial Planner with Ameriprise and Sugar Land. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Jason Blevins.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Jason Blevins, owner of Seniors Helping Seniors of Northwest Houston. We provide in-home senior care for seniors by seniors. So not only do we provide the care, non-medical care that seniors need, we also provide meaningful part-time employment to seniors that are looking for a little extra income. Wanted to also let you know we are a veteran-owned small business. I'm a 25-year retired Army veteran, and we are approved through the VA's Community Care Network to provide services to veterans. So if you do know veterans that are looking for our types of services, feel free to refer them over to me. At a minimum, I can talk them through the process of getting the VA to help cover the costs of their assistance. Hey, thank y'all very much. Really enjoyed being part of this group, and I'm looking forward to continuing to work with everybody.
Thank you, Jason. Don't forget to put your contact information. Okay, good. Thank you. I like the thumbs up. Okay, good morning, Peter. You are next.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for allowing Randy and I to join as part of this group. We're thrilled to be here. I'm with Twilight Wish Foundation. I'm the executive director there. We're a nationwide organization with a mission to honor and enrich the lives of seniors through intergenerational Twilight Wish celebrations. So we have 3 different types of wishes. Randy talked about them a little bit. 80% of the wishes we do are for simple needs. And as Randy mentioned, that's lift chairs, hearing aids, clothing, new appliances. We also do wishes such as celebrating a life, which are meaningful and nostalgic wishes granted for like hospice patients or seniors with limited life expectancies. An example would be like a family reunion or a visit to a hometown. We also do living life to the fullest, which might be like riding a motorcycle again, meeting a celebrity where we have connections, or attending a baseball game with a special designation for veterans wishes. So once again, Pete Stinson, Twilight Wish Foundation, I'm the director.
Oh, thank you so much. We're happy to have you here.
Yep. Thank you for being here today, Peter. Appreciate it. Yep.
And Barry Crispin. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Marion, for this is a really, really good meeting. I'm excited. You have a lot going on. So Barry with Sacred Choice Funeral Home. And Jim, thank you again for the families that need help that you send over, and we can provide any information. Same with you, Lori. You know, anything that we can do for any families, whether we serve them or not, we are big in educating. So if they're not sure whether they want to move forward with burial or cremation services, we can at least provide the information to them or their children and help them make a decision. So we're a no pressure, anything that you need, here's my cell phone, call or text me anytime type of service. Thank you.
Thank you, Barry. And Lori Ferris, good morning.
Hi, I'm Lori Ferris with Senior Living Specialists. Help families navigate the maze of senior living communities. I don't think Troy and I ever explained this, but we don't charge for our services. We actually get paid by the communities. So we're really transparent with our clients. So it's like 3-pronged. We need clients. We need everyone on this page because this is part of the journey. You know, sometimes they don't have legal, sometimes, they need to pre-plan their funeral, they need to sell their house, they need, every aspect of someone's here. I'm constantly just sent a client to senior cooking for seniors, but it wasn't Shauna. It was the new girl who's like in the memorial area. So she's adorable, and I told her to come to the meeting. And then our third prong is properties and communities are our partners. Like Kim is a partner, Keeley is a partner, and care homes, memory care, assisted living, independent living. And so that's why Troy and I are always around visiting, because we need to be inside of every community to understand it, and to, when we're talking to our clients, be like, okay, this is a good fit. So that's why Troy's often in the car when he's talking. And so that's it. I just also wanted to tell you that I actually had the amazing moment to go visit Twilight Wish. My partner, Lori Bernstein, sits on the board of Twilight Wish. I have Senior Living Specialist Houston, but my best friend from childhood, from kindergarten, helped her open in Philadelphia. And so she lives in New Hope now. And when we had a retreat, we looked it up, and I'm like, hey, that cool place is right in your town. So we went to the office and we did a tour. We learned all about it, and it just made us really excited. So I'm excited to be partnering and to bring it. They actually asked me when I was there, do you want to open the office? And I'm like, no, but the senior estate concierge can open the office. So I think this is a really, really amazing thing to for us to promote, and it kind of touches every one of our businesses. We can all talk to clients that maybe want a wish, and we can all, through our social media, get the wishes done. So I'm excited to figure out how we're going to scale this. I'm
Yes.
excited to be part of this.
Yep. Thank you, Lori, for bringing it to our attention. Really,
Yes.
it's exciting. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Great relationship. Yep. Thanks.
Thank you, Lori. Michael Wingfield.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Mike Wingfield. I'm with Senior Health Services, and I'm a Medicare broker. I work in the Richmond, Sugar Land area, but I do travel everywhere. Really simple. If you think about it, Medicare has over 60 different plans available in this county. So it can be confusing, overwhelming. And a lot of times there's just so many questions and no one knows where to go. So, I just make myself available to help educate. And like I said, the last time we met, if Medicare is a maze, I am definitely Indiana Jones. So I'm here to help your clients help answer questions that they have about future Medicare plans or current Medicare plans. And I like to always remind everybody, if you haven't shopped your plan in over 3 years, it's definitely time to do so, because the plans are very competitive. I see Jim there nodding his head. He knows exactly what I'm talking about, right? All right. So again, I thank you, the Senior Estate Concierge, for letting me be here today. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Okay. Carmen, are you able to chime in?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Good morning,
Okay,
Carmen.
good. Good morning. I'm having technical difficulties over here. So anyway, just wanted to say hello. My name is Carmen Donaldson. I'm part of the Graf Donaldson Realty Group and senior residential specialist. Love working with seniors. They're my favorite people to work with. And right now I've got a client who is in a situation where she's moving to an apartment and has to get rid of her stuff, and family's too far away to help her. And so I'm there helping her in the trenches, getting things sold for her and helping her organize herself so that she can get to her apartment in June. And it's a lot of fun. It's very rewarding. I love that part of the job. So let's see, what else do I need to say? Bill and I are partners, and I'll put my information in the box.
Thank you, Carmen.
Thanks.
Troy Williams, you're next.
Thank you, Marion. Good morning, everybody. This is Troy Williams with no video this morning. We have the same disease, Marion and I. And I want to make it clear that when Lori was saying I was in the car, that was not in her car. That was in my car. And so, although we talk often enough, sometimes it does feel that way, but, which is a great feeling, by the way. And so thanks again, Oasis Senior Advisors, Northwest Houston. Call myself, as most of you know, the puzzle master of senior living and senior care. Just help families find the right solution for a loved one who's not safe at home anymore, or they just cannot take care of their loved one at home anymore. And you all are my puzzle pieces. I mean, I've worked with Lori just recently. Lori, I've got another update for you on a shared client. I'll follow up later. Realtors in the team, downsizing companies in the team, senior helpers, other care management teams, and agencies. So really a very active and engaged group of folks here when it comes to putting a puzzle together and the box top together for families. Troy Oasis Senior Advisors.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you so much. Christy Medlin, you are up.
Hi, everyone. Took me a second to get off mute. Good morning. Sorry, I am also by phone today. But I am back with the group. I had taken a little siesta for a little bit, going into a new role. And so I am currently our Houston Market Director of Strategic Initiatives for PAM Health Rehabilitation Hospitals of Houston. And so what PAM Health does is we offer 15 hours of therapy a week. It's all inpatient medical care. It's an inpatient acute rehab, so very different from a skilled nursing facility. We can admit patients from home, keep patients in their home. For those of you that are assisted living, they're starting to decline, have falls, they have some neurogenic issues. We can admit them, kind of get them tuned up and get them back home to keep them home safely without having those issues. So we do PT, OT, and speech, and of course, service patients from the hospital setting after they've had an accident or a hip fracture or a stroke or anything like that. I do have a request that I'll send later, but I do have a young man who just had an amputation. He was taking care of his 90-year-old father, and he is now unable to care for himself currently after his accident and care for his dad. And so I'm looking for a charity that may be able to help pay another month of marketplace insurance so he can continue rehab. He just got his prosthetic leg donated by one of our great amputation companies. And so anyway, if y'all have any, I'll put my name in chat as well. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, Christy. Okay, Elizabeth Griever, you are up.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. I too am driving this morning, so I apologize. But my name is Elizabeth Griever. My company is Everson Cooper, and we are your as-is home buyer. So we work with families that are transitioning from their longtime family home into either downsizing or senior community or moving in with family, any situation where they either cannot or do not want to maintain the home anymore, and there's some deferred maintenance and some update needs and things like that, and they just want to sell it completely as is. So we work with agents like Carmen and Bill. We are so grateful for that opportunity. So we want to work with them and be the buyer and help the homeowner move on a timeline that works for them. So if they need it really quickly and they need to get out of the house fast, we can do that. If they need a couple months, we can do that too. So we are here to serve the best that we can and give these homeowners the best options for moving forward from their home. So my name is Elizabeth with Everson Cooper.
Thank you, Elizabeth. And let me know if I missed you. I think I got everybody.
Pretty sure that's everybody. Yeah.
Keely is popping in and out. She's having technical issues, Clara. There's about 4 of us that need help. Okay, so make notes. Okay, if you have not put your information into the chat, please do so now. I'm going to let Bill talk about Kim, a little bit about what she's doing. I haven't been able to get over to the Belmont yet, so I'm excited about being able to do that soon. So Bill, you can take it away now and introduce Kim.
Okay, well, Kim, glad that you're here and glad that we're all here. Kim is the community director, community relations director. I'm sorry if I got your title wrong, but I know it's something like that. You're awesome. I know that. She does a fantastic job at the Belmont, and we're so glad that she is able to be able to host us every month when we have our meetings there. So it's a great facility. If you haven't been there, I shouldn't say facility, it's just a habit. Great community. And if you haven't been there, hopefully you can join us there for one of our meetings, or at least get over there with Kim and say hello. So with that, Kim, I'm going to let you go ahead.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Bill. I appreciate the opportunity to talk a little bit about Belmont Village today. I'm going to, Clara, I may need you here, attempt to share my screen. It says host disabled participant screen sharing. So who's the host?
Marion, you're the host.
You may have
I'm working on it.
Okay.
If I make you the host, it will stop recording. So how do I do that? Let's see. Oh dear. Okay, Clara. If I make her the host,
y'all be nice to my guest. Clara.
Yes, you can absolutely make me the host, and I can change that permission.
Okay, yeah, because I don't want to stop recording. So I should make her the host?
Let's try it.
Okay, here we go. I'm making you the host, Kim.
Should be able to go back on record again.
You're going to make me the host, not Clara. Okay.
Yeah.
Is Clara?
Okay,
Clara's
we're still recording. Yay!
Yep.
Okay, let's see.
You know how to share?
I am trying to get there. I know how to share, but then I'm trying to get to my presentation.
Oh, okay.
Hang on one sec.
Okay, while she's doing that, Bill, tell them about the speaking opportunities at the YMCA.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity to do that. So we're going to start tomorrow is the first one. We are going to be connecting with the YMCA to start doing our educational series, which we intended to do in 2020 before COVID hit. So tomorrow is the kickoff, and Michael Wingfield and Don Fruin will be at the Langham Creek YMCA, which is in Copperfield area, tomorrow from 9:30. Is it 9:30, right? Yeah, 9:30 to 11-ish. And they're going to do a kind of a panel discussion on Medicare. So the YMCA is a friend of mine connected me with the senior activities coordinator there for that YMCA. And so we're going to do that tomorrow and see how that goes. But then also we've been connected with the senior services, senior community director for all YMCAs in Houston. And so the plan is to hopefully start doing those at all the YMCAs down the road. So about once a month, we're going to do an education seminar. So it's going to be exciting. If everybody is welcome tomorrow. If you want to show up, you're more than welcome. Okay. It's
Bill,
open.
can y'all see my screen at this point?
We can. Yep.
You see the Belmont Village?
Yes, we do.
Okay. All right. Well, is there anything else before we get started?
Nope. Go ahead, Kim. You're up.
Okay.
You should do the slideshow, Kim, instead of because we can see your whole screen. If you do the slideshow from the beginning, way at the bottom, yeah, way at the left, at the top, you'll say free from beginning. Go back to slideshow. Go back to slideshow there.
I'm trying.
Okay. Okay, right. You had it up at the top.
I know, but I've got something else showing there now.
Oh.
Okay. So y'all have to give me a pass here because I was planning to do this in person, not on Zoom. So I don't know how to get back to where it says.
Click that little Click that little drop down screen in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, all the way down to the bottom.
Right?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah,
Looks like a little screen.
yeah,
There you
click
go.
on that one.
There you go.
There you go. Perfect.
I love you, whoever shared that. Thank you.
Teamwork. That's what we're all here for.
Teamwork. All right. So
Right.
I, again, work with Belmont Village. We are a Houston-based organization. We have 2 locations in Houston, and I do the community outreach for both locations. We have one at Hunters Creek where we host the senior estate group twice a month. And then we also have one near the medical center. We call it West University, and it's on Holcomb. So I wanted to tell y'all a little bit about kind of how Belmont Village got started. And I think it's an important part of who we are and what we do. But many years ago, Patricia Will, who is a local Houstonian businesswoman and one of my heroes because of the amazing things she's done. But years ago, her mother-in-law was diagnosed with dementia. And so Patricia set out to find a good place for her mother-in-law to live. And she looked everywhere in Houston and could not find anywhere that she thought would even be close to what she wanted for her mother-in-law. And so she kind of put on her thinking cap, and she had a background in real estate and had done some medical things and also had some hospitality background, and decided that she could actually create something better than what was being offered in the Houston community. So she started the very first Belmont Village. And that is our West University location right here in Houston was the very first Belmont Village. But when she went out to, and this is a more recent picture of Patricia on the left, but she said, you know, she really wanted to create a place that would be the kind of place that we would create for, that we would choose for ourselves. And I think if you really think about that, you know, it's easy to look at senior living or other things and think about it in terms of other people. But when you really think about what would I want if I were going to have to, you know, select a senior living community for myself. So that was kind of her guiding factor. And that's what she set out to do. Now we have 31 locations across the country, one in Mexico City, others under construction, and others in pre-development. So we have really become a national provider. And really our goal is not to be the biggest, but we do want to be the best. This shows a little bit about what's available in senior living, kind of the range of the different services that are available. Belmont Village's focus is in the independent living, assisted living, and in memory care, where we offer 2 different levels of memory care. Our senior communities here in Houston area don't necessarily have independent living. We're focused on the assisted living and in memory care. So Belmont really takes kind of a different approach to senior living. We're not really here just to offer a place to live in terms of, you know, you could do that in an apartment building somewhere, but we really want to look at the whole person and provide a place for people to live where all of their needs can be met. Not only, you know, food and shelter, but we want people to feel safe and secure, to build friendships. And we want to give people a reason and a purpose to get up every day and be engaged again in life. And so that they can continue living their best life through the end of life. Some of the things that really make us different is our approach to health and wellness. I know you won't believe this if you're not familiar with senior living, but there are places that put a sign outside their building and call it assisted living. There's not a nurse anywhere to be found. They may say that there's a nurse on their staff, but a lot of times that's somebody who's available by phone. Belmont Village is different. We have nurses on site 24 hours a day. And during the daytime, quite often, we have 5 nurses in our building at Hunters Creek, for example. And when I say nurses, that's not caregivers. We also have nurses and caregivers. We call those PALs. Our PALs are our personal assistance liaisons. Each person that moves into the community does have a PAL assigned to them. And we were purposeful about the designation of a pal versus a caregiver because we want people to feel like the people that are there to help them are more like friends, not just caregivers. And we really don't want Belmont Village to have a medical type feel to it, even though we do provide a lot of medical care. We want people to feel a lot more comfortable, like more of a environment that is more welcoming and doesn't feel sterile or like a hospital type environment at all. We also have 24/7 state-of-the-art telemedicine, which really helps cut back on people being taken to the ER. A lot of times in senior living, if someone has a fall, there's nobody there to do an assessment, so they are automatically taken to the hospitals, especially during COVID. That's not a great idea. So we really have some great options where people can be assessed and see a doctor on site in our building 24 hours a day through telemedicine. We also have on-site physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. Of course, we have an emergency call system where residents can press a button and get the help that they need. We've been a leader throughout the COVID situation, having everything that we needed to do on-site testing and to manage that nightmare that we've all lived through with COVID. Thank God it's getting better. And we do have a very good check-in system to ensure that we know who's in the building and why they're there. So we are definitely very focused on health and wellness. But as I mentioned earlier, we really want people to feel like it's a hospitality type environment. So a lot of times people walk in our communities and go, wow, this is more like a beautiful resort or a place I'd stay on vacation. So we have fabulous dining, and I've been in senior living for about 11 years. And one of the things that I knew early on is that if the food isn't good, nobody's happy. And it doesn't matter how pretty your building is. It doesn't matter how fun the activities are. If the food isn't good, nobody's happy there. And so Belmont has a very, very strong dining program. Later, I'll show you some of the statistics that we have on resident satisfaction. But in all of the time I've been at Belmont Village, I cannot remember a time when I had anyone tell me they did not like the food. So they have steak, shrimp, salmon on the menu as choices every day. We offer 26 different choices at each meal for dining options. So there's lots to choose from. Excellent food. We also have a full service hair and nail salon and transportation, a beautiful swimming pool. We have gorgeous grounds. So if you ever have an opportunity and you're free, call me and we'll do lunch. We also have a great activity calendar, scheduled programming. I don't expect that you could read all of this, but what I want you to see is that our programming is offered 7 days a week. And there's so many things to do. One of the things that we hear from families is, I can't ever get my mom on the phone anymore. What are y'all doing with her? And it's because, mom's no longer sitting at home hoping somebody gives her a call because she's bored and lonely. Now she's engaged in things that are good for both her mind and her body. So, we do want our residents to have fun, but a lot of what we are focused on is therapeutic programming. So we want to give people an opportunity every day, again, to keep their mind and their body healthy. And a lot of that is done through these 6 different domains of the brain that involve critical thinking, mind-body movements, learning new things, sequencing, utilizing things to draw on the long-term memory, and math and problem solving. You've probably heard me say, if you've ever heard me introduce Belmont Village, that one of the things that really separates us from other communities is that about 10 years ago, Belmont Village collaborated with some of the top minds in aging and wellness and created a program called Circle of Friends. And typically when people would go out and look for senior living options, what they would find is that there'd be independent living, assisted living, and memory care. But what Belmont Village knew was that there was a segment that was not being well served. So if you had someone in assisted living, but they had memory challenges, they were not necessarily getting the day and the structure and the support that they needed to have a successful day. They didn't quite need memory care, but they needed more than what was typically being offered in assisted living. And that's why Belmont Village created the Circle of Friends program. Now, Clara, stick with me here because I'm going to try to show a video. And this is where it gets tricky. All right, here we go. Let's see if this will work.
We can't hear the sound, Kim.
Okay.
If you stop presenting and then through Zoom and then re-present, you should have an option that says like play sound or something similar to that. It's a little checkbox. And if you click that when you re-present, we should be able to hear the sound.
Okay. Can you walk me through that part again? Can you say that again?
Yes. Is there a place where it says to stop sharing screen?
It says stop video, watch later, share, pause.
Higher up on your screen.
Pause share, pause share.
Is there maybe on the bottom, does it say like in the share screen button, do you have a place that says stop sharing?
Yeah, if you go to share screen, I think.
Yeah, stop share, okay.
Perfect, click that, perfect.
Okay.
And then click on share screen again. And then you'll get a little option box that comes up and there should be a little check box that says like share sound.
Share sound. Okay.
Exactly. And then it should work.
Okay. I want y'all to know, I didn't know that I was going to be doing this when I invited Clara. So somebody was looking out for me today. Can you hear it now?
Yeah, we can hear it.
The Belmont Village Circle of Friends is a therapeutic social program that is designed to preserve the mental fitness for people who have just begun to lose their memory. Mild memory loss is a warning that Alzheimer's disease is on its way. But there is hope. Research tells us that physical and mental fitness exercises can delay the onset of dementia. Without the Circle of Friends, people with mild memory loss tend to spend their days either in prolonged, quiet boredom or with anxiety and confusion. They are unable to get started in activities that will exercise their brains, which ultimately accelerates their memory loss. The Circle of Friends, however, provides the structure and direction they need to keep their brains active and their days meaningful. Each morning, staff bring the Circle of Friends to their homeroom, where they engage in the 6 domains of mental fitness. These domains are based on research about maintaining mental fitness for a mild level of memory loss, and specially trained staff conduct at least one activity in each domain every day. The goal of Domain 1 is to practice reasoning by organizing facts, understanding ideas, and then defending a viewpoint.
Now my question is, who should have more power, our federal governments or our state governments?
It's the United States of America.
In this example, residents are involved in a debate about the political structure of the United States.
Do you think it's state by state basis should be able to make their own rules and laws?
They should have a lot of say in what the rules and laws are.
Ron, what do you think about that? Because I know earlier we were talking about this, you had a little bit of a different opinion.
Well, like, again, it depended on our history. Like, again, when we talk about the Civil War times, and some of
The goal of Domain 2 is to engage both memory and body movement simultaneously.
7, 8. And then you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to step forward. So you're going to go forward 1.
Here, we see the domain expressed in a dancercise class.
And down. All right, disco points.
The goal of Domain 3 is to learn a new skill or to expand knowledge.
All right, so we're going to do some Spanish, so I'm going to...
Learning a new language, like in the Spanish class, is one of many ways to experience this domain.
Tan. So the way we say sun in Spanish is sol. Muy bien, you knew that, Polly.
I knew. Oh God, I knew that. Did anybody else in this room know that?
That's awesome. I love.
Oops.
The Belmont Village Circle of Friends is a therapeutic social program that is designed to preserve the mental fitness for people who have just begun to lose their memory. Mild memory loss is a warning that Alzheimer's disease is on its way. But there is hope. Research tells us that physical and mental fitness exercises can delay the onset of dementia. Without the circle of friends, people with mild memory loss tend to spend their days either in prolonged, quiet boredom or with anxiety and confusion. They are unable to get started in activities that will exercise their brains, which ultimately accelerates their memory loss. The circle of friends, however, provides the structure and direction they need to keep their brains active and their days meaningful. Each morning, staff bring the circle of friends to their homeroom, where they engage in the 6 domains of mental fitness. These domains are based on research about maintaining mental fitness for a mild level of memory loss, and specially trained staff conduct at least one activity in each domain every day. The goal of Domain 1 is to practice reasoning by organizing facts, understanding ideas, and then defending a viewpoint.
Now my question is, who should have more power, our federal governments or our state governments?
It's the United States of America.
Kim, we have seen this already.
Residents are involved in a
I
debate
know.
about the
I don't know
political
how to fast
structure of
forward
the
it.
United States.
Do you think it's state by state basis should be able to make their own rules and laws?
They should have a lot of say in what the rules and laws are.
Kim, can you go to the bottom of the
Had a little
screen
bit of a
and
different opinion.
is there a bar down there?
Depended on our history.
I don't
Like,
see
yeah,
one.
well, we
No?
talk about the
Okay.
Civil War times and some of
The goal of Domain 2 is to engage both memory and body movements simultaneously.
7, 8. And then you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to step forward. So you're going to go forward 1.
Here,
Kim,
we
just
see
click on the
domain
video
expressed
and
in a
the
dancer's
controls will
class.
come up on the screen. Okay?
All right, disco points.
Or maybe hit escape. There you go.
Yeah, if you go to click on it, there's nothing coming up on the bottom, huh?
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
Okay, well, I do think, I hope that gave y'all somewhat of an idea about the Circle of Friends program. It is an excellent program, and to be honest, every time I go and sit through one of the classes, I learn something. But it also just gives me such a great feeling to know that what Belmont Village is doing every day is making a difference in the lives of people. It's just sad to me when you have someone who used to be, the CEO of a company, and now they're sitting at home alone with no engagement and nothing to challenge them. So I love this program, and it really is something that sets Belmont Village apart. So I appreciate you taking time to watch that twice, but sorry about that, guys. I did not see how to fast forward or anything on that one. As I mentioned earlier, we have collaborated with some of the great universities across the country, and this is just a listing of some of those that helped us create Belmont Village, that we continue our partnership with. With Circle of Friends, we do ongoing testing of our residents to see how they're doing. And what you typically find, and this was going to be presented in the video, but people, normally when they have memory loss, it's a downward spiral, a downward trend. With Circle of Friends and our other memory program, a lot of times what you'll find is that someone will level off and continue the decline, or at the very least, we can slow it down sometimes. So it's a wonderful thing, and people definitely benefit from it. And we do have it is an evidence-based program with research and documentation to show the differences that it can make in someone's life. I mentioned earlier that Belmont Village is really different from most of the communities that you find out there. This just shows the differences between the industry standards and satisfaction and the Belmont Village, scores that we have. And so Belmont is not going to ever be the least expensive place in town, but it is, in my opinion, the very best. There are a lot of new players out there. You can find a newer building maybe, but you're not going to find a better program. The other thing I love about Belmont is the team that we have in place and the people that they employ. We have been named a great place to work for the last 3 years, starting in 2018. We did not participate last year because we were busy with COVID, but it is a great place to work. It also shows on this slide the tenure of Belmont Village employees. We tend to keep our team in place much longer than most other companies. It does have to do with the fact that they take care of us in many ways, compensation and other things, but also because the way we staff our buildings, it's just a very supportive environment. And that's why I am now in my 4th year with Belmont Village, and it is just an amazing company. So in closing, I told you from the beginning that Belmont Village was created and Patricia wanted it to be a place that we could choose for ourselves. And I also mentioned that we have 31 locations across the country. So Patricia Will has found a lot of success with her partners and the rest of the team in creating a world-class organization. But I think the best measure of success was that a few years ago, Patricia's own parents moved into Belmont Village, Hunters Creek. So when you have the resources to give your parents anything that they might want or need, and you still choose Belmont Village, Hunters Creek for your parents, I think it says a lot about her achieving the goal that she set out to do and the type of place that we are. So that concludes my presentation, and thank you for your time and for your patience as I navigated some challenges with the technology. And thank you again, Clara, for being here. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Lori Ferris, whose birthday is on Thursday.
Oh, very good. Well, thank you, Kim, very much. That was very good. Great presentation. And we always have technical difficulties. Never fails. That's the way it goes. Any questions?
I do.
Okay, good.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi. Thank you so much for that. I was familiar with Belmont in Los Angeles. So,
oh yes, we have quite a few communities in that area.
Yeah, so it was nice to get even more detail. So my question is, a lot of people get confused about it. What is the extent of the medical care? It's great that there's nurses there, but like they're passing meds, but some people think that if I put my mom into assisted living and there's a nurse there, they're going to be on top of everything, including when she's supposed to go to the doctor next time and making those appointments for him or her.
Okay. That's a great question, Barbara. And typically the family does manage when does mom have their next appointment. And as you know, because of the work you do, Barbara, that can be a challenge. And so sometimes we need someone like yourself, geriatric care managers or whatever, that will step in if the daughter's not available or the son is not available to manage that. I will say that we do have quite a few services that are available on site. We have physicians that visit our residents on site. We have a mobile dentistry, podiatrist. We do have a lot of services, and we can get most everything done on site, but a lot of specialists such as neurologists and other things, people do still need to go off site for those appointments. Sometimes it can be done virtually. But I've jotted your name and number down for sure, Barbara, because I think that we could certainly partner to take better care of people in senior living communities.
Yeah, that little gap there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Big
Did
gap.
I answer
actually.
your question now?
Yes, and it's great that you have those three services are needed a lot, especially the dentistry and the podiatry mobile, because some people don't like to go out for that. My other question is with the transportation, how is that? It's within a certain radius, I would assume, right? The free transportation.
Yes. I mean, I haven't heard that, there's the hard and fast number. We will try to work with anybody to get them where they need to go.
Okay.
You probably know as well that there are other services, for transportation if for some reason we are not able to make it work. But we can definitely get people to the med center and to most of their appointments. That's not a problem.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Any other questions? I know we're close to our 10 o'clock time, Bill.
That's okay. Oh, there's another question from Lori.
It's not necessarily a question, but I just want to give a shout out to Circle of Friends. There's just so many families that, they say, their mom is having some cognitive deficiencies, but that she's walking, she's, like you wouldn't know that she was having them. Like she's not physically, in a wheelchair or even with a walker. And so it's just like kind of like this weird tween moment where she doesn't need assisted living and to go around people that are all in walkers and wheelchairs, but she doesn't need secured memory care. So it just provides a niche that is like, when I say that to people, they're like, wait, what? And so it's just a really anomaly in this market. And it really is a very big solution for a lot of people. So I'm like, kudos to Patricia for coming up with it and for Belmont to really focus in on it and kind of give people a longer time before they have to go into a memory care. I mean, obviously it doesn't work if someone is a flight risk, but Belmont pretty much has someone at the front door. And I mean, they're not responsible for them walking out the front door. In assisted living, the door is not locked, but they'll be like, where are you going and what are you doing and whatever, kind of deter them from doing that. So, I mean, but if they are a real flight risk, like my father was, like Houdini, he like literally escaped from secured memory care 4 times. So,
and thank you, Lori. And we do have the secured memory care, and it runs on the same ideas and principles.
Right.
Circle of Friends. Those residents are more advanced in their dementia. So we try to give each resident the just right challenge of where they are at that time. And I'll be honest, sometimes you go through memory care and you wonder if anybody's getting anything. But then you play music or you do a drum circle and all of a sudden you see whether or not they're responding in the way that we think they should look or whatever. They're still benefiting from having the 7-day-a-week programming and all of those domains of the brain purposely being presented each day and utilized each day. So thank you, Lori.
And the other thing I wanted to just give a shout out to Belmont, because we're just talking about Belmont today, is that their management is very out front. I mean, they're kissing babies, they're shaking hands. If someone calls me with a complaint that something happened at Belmont, I feel no problem calling the ED, literally laying it on the line, and I say, hey, and literally she calls them, both of them, she will call them. They are not the kind of community that hides behind a closed door and just like, la, 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 this is going to go away. They are very, very proactive and very customer oriented and really do admit when they make a mistake and try to correct it. So I think that Kim is a perfect example of Belmont. I don't know if you've ever gone on a tour with Kim, but like she's the best in the biz. For sure.
I'll pay you later, Lori.
I know exactly.
Thank you. And Lori and Troy are 2 of the best in the business as well. If you're ever needing someone to find a senior living community, if you don't call me directly, call Lori or Troy because they're both excellent. So
no, always call Lori and Troy first.
We do ride in the same car, so really.
Right.
One call, one-stop shopping. Thank you, Lori.
Well, very good. Thank you again, Kim. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm not going to take too much more time since we're at 10 o'clock and I know some people have had to drop off already. I just want to make one other quick announcement. We are going to start the area chapters here, hopefully April, might be May. We're getting it all organized, but Southeast chapter. So we're going to have a leader and a co-leader for each chapter. We're going to have a Southeast. That's going to be Dawn Bloomer and Cindy. Her marketing person. Southwest is going to be Michael Wingfield and Suzanne Coates. And Northwest is going to be Troy and Jason, who was on earlier. So we're going to try this. And then what we're going to do is have the area chapters going, and then we'll have a central chapter, which I think will be Stephen King, and he's probably looking for a co-leader for the central chapter. And what we'll do is each area chapter will have one meeting a month, and then we'll have one all meeting a month, so that everybody gets two meetings a month, and then one of those will be everybody together somewhere. And I'll run that one. I'm not sure where that's going to be yet, but anyway, just kind of want to give you guys a heads up on what some of the changes will be coming down the road, along with Twilight Wish and along with the educational series at the YMCA's starting there, and then hopefully going out to community centers and other places. So, and if you guys ever want to give me some feedback, ideas, suggestions, please give me a call, send me an email. I'm open to any suggestions, ideas. Okay. So I don't have anything else. Anybody else have any comments, questions, anything they want to talk about? I know everybody's anxious to get to work. Right? Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you all for your time again, and we'll see you in 2 weeks at Brookdale, Shadow Lake. Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.